facing my demons for months. Now they just chill with me, die on this hill with me. Maybe if I can become what the world really wants, then I'll get a break. Guess in the meantime, I focus on me time and try not to dwell on how much that it takes. So let all the bullshit roll out for me, hoping the world can just stop for me. Give me a second. I'm fucking tired of taking the everyday pain and contorting it into a lesson. When I'm audacious enough to just say what I want, now I'm too busy blocking my blessings. The standards are doubled and triple, quadruple, but somehow I'm crazy for sitting and stressing. Wow, guess I'm a brat. Guess I'm a self-hating bitch cause I love being rich but don't wanna be fat. Fuck a description, I'm too busy wishing on stars like I wanna be that. A regular woman who walked through the world with no weight on her back. No pun intended, hell yes I'm offended. My body don't do shit but rap. I'm not a token, a hero, fuck that. Bitch, I'm just breathing. Lately I think for a reason. Also I finally get why the leaves are all dead in this life that's in dark for a season. Even the world need a rest. Even the world get depressed. Snow really nothing but rain in the cold, but we dancing it like it's the best. Give me the answer, this feel like a test. Not for real, I don't know. So many places I wanna go. So many people I wanna meet. I'm in my apartment, not trying to eat. I just wanna walk on the fucking street without thinking about how much I weigh. I mean, just for a day, love the ground is up under me. Listen, I get it, my size is embedded in everything that I produce for you niggas. None of y'all know me, I'm not fucking homies. I'm tempted to just let it loose on you niggas. Not an election, so start the projections, no vote. I just rap in the booth for you niggas and get on my phone and start feeling alone. I got issues and that is the truth for you niggas. Exclusive for niggas, I ain't in the business of coding my trauma and sugar. Everyone says if I look like a 10 and my problems were ending, yeah, maybe they would've. They would be over, no criticism to shoulder. I could just fucking exist without being praised for wearing my face. Bitch, ain't nothing brave about looking like this. I'm just a girl who's after a dream, and I'm crushing the scene. But it fuck with my head, cause I wanna be seen. I just wanna be loved, if I'll never be lean. But I'm fucking over forgiving the ones who offend, cause I know what they mean. I'm tired of thinking so much. Lately that's why I've been drinking so much. Been facing my demons for months. Now they just chill with me, die on this hill with me. Maybe if I can become what the world really wants, then I'll get a break. Guess in the meantime I focus on me time and try not to dwell on how much that it takes. So let all the bullshit roll out for me, hoping the world can just stop for me. Give me a second. I'm fucking tired of taking the everyday pain and contorting it into a lesson. When I'm audacious enough to just say what I want, now I'm too busy blocking my blessings. The standards are doubled and triple, quadruple, but somehow I'm crazy for sitting and stressing. Wow, guess I'm a brat. Guess I'm a self-hating bitch cause I love being rich but don't wanna be fat. Fuck a description, I'm too busy wishing on stars like I wanna be that. A regular woman who walked through the world with no weight on her back. No pun intended, hell yes I'm offended. My body don't do shit but rap. I'm not a token, a hero, fuck that. Bitch, I'm just breathing. Lately I think for a reason. Also I finally get why the leaves are all dead in this life that's in dark for a season. Even the world need a rest. Even the world get depressed. Snow really nothing but rain in the cold, but we dancing it like it's the best. Give me the answer, this feel like a test. Not for real, I don't know. So many places I wanna go. So many people I wanna meet. I'm in my apartment, not trying to eat. I just wanna walk on the fucking street without thinking about how much I weigh. I mean, just for a day, love the ground is up under me. Listen, I get it, my size is embedded in everything that I produce for you niggas. None of y'all know me, I'm not fucking homies. I'm tempted to just let it loose on you niggas. Not an election, so start the projections, no vote. I just rap in the booth for you niggas and get on my phone and start feeling alone. I got issues and that is the truth for you niggas. Exclusive for niggas, I ain't in the business of coding my trauma and sugar. Everyone says if I look like a 10 and my problems were ending, yeah, maybe they would've. They would be over, no criticism to shoulder. I could just fucking exist without being praised for wearing my face. Bitch, ain't nothing brave about looking like this. I'm just a girl who's after a dream, and I'm crushing the scene. But it fuck with my head, cause I wanna be seen. I just wanna be loved, if I'll never be lean. But I'm fucking over forgiving the ones who offend, cause I know what they mean. I'm tired of thinking so much. Lately that's why I've been drinking so much. Been facing my demons for months. Now they just chill with me, die on this hill with me. Maybe if I can become what the world really wants, then I'll get a break. Guess in the meantime I focus on me time and try not to dwell on how much that it takes. So let all the bullshit roll out for me, hoping the world can just stop for me. Give me a second. I'm fucking tired of taking the everyday pain and contorting it into a lesson. When I'm audacious enough to just say what I want, now I'm too busy blocking my blessings. The standards are doubled and triple, quadruple, but somehow I'm crazy for sitting and stressing. Wow, guess I'm a brat. Guess I'm a self-hating bitch cause I love being rich but don't wanna be fat. Fuck a description, I'm too busy wishing on stars like I wanna be that. A regular woman who walked through the world with no weight on her back. No pun intended, hell yes I'm offended. My body don't do shit but rap. I'm not a token, a hero, fuck that. Bitch, I'm just breathing. Lately I think for a reason. Also I finally get why the leaves are all dead in this life that's in dark for a season. Even the world need a rest. Even the world get depressed. Snow really nothing but rain in the cold, but we dancing it like it's the best. Give me the answer, this feel like a test. Not for real, I don't know. So many places I wanna go. So many people I wanna meet. I'm in my apartment, not trying to eat. I just wanna walk on the fucking street without thinking about how much I weigh. I mean, just for a day, love the grind is up under me. Listen, I get it, my size is embedded in everything that I produce for you niggas. None of y'all know me, I'm not fucking homies. I'm tempted to just let it loose on you niggas. Not an election, so start the projections. Don't vote, I just rap in the booth for you niggas and get on my phone and start feeling alone. I got issues and that is the truth for you niggas. Exclusive for niggas, I ain't in the business of coding my trauma and sugar. Everyone says if I look like a 10 and my problems were ending, yeah, maybe they would've. They would be over, no criticism to shoulder. I could just fucking exist without being praised for wearing my face. Bitch, ain't nothing brave about looking like this. I'm just a girl who's after a dream, and I'm crushing the scene. But it fuck with my head, cause I wanna be seen. I just wanna be loved, if I'll never be lean. But I'm fucking over forgiving the ones who offend, cause I know what they mean. I'm tired of thinking so much. Lately, that's why I've been drinking so much. Been facing my demons for months. Now they just chill with me, die on this hill with me. Maybe if I can become what the world really wants, then I'll get a break. Guess in the meantime, I focus on me time and try not to dwell on how much that it takes. So let all the bullshit roll out for me, hoping the world can just stop for me. Give me a second. I'm fucking tired of taking the everyday pain and contorting it into a lesson. When I'm audacious enough to just say what I want. Locking my blessings, the standards are doubled and triple, quadruple, but somehow I'm crazy for sitting and stressing. Wow, guess I'm a brat. Guess I'm a self-hating bitch, cause I love I wanna be that, a regular woman who walked through the world with no weight on the back. No pun intended, hell yes, I'm a
Hello. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Hello, it is I, the queen before you, Mrs. Zoom.
Even the world get depressed. It's not really nothing but rain in the cold, but we
And
dancing like it's the best. Give me the answer, this feel like a test.
I like this song.
Not for real, I don't know. So many places I wanna go. So many people I wanna meet. I'm in my apartment, not trying to eat. I just wanna walk on the fucking street without thinking about how much I weigh. I mean, just for a day, love the grind is up under me. Listen, I get it, my size is embedded in everything that I produce for you niggas. None of y'all know me, I'm not fucking homies. I'm tempted to just let it loose on you niggas. Not an election, so start the projections. Don't vote, I just rap in the booth for you niggas and get on my phone and start feeling alone. I got issues and that is the truth for you niggas. Exclusive for niggas, I ain't in the business of coding my trauma and sugar. Everyone says if I look like a 10 and my problems were ending, yeah, maybe they would've. They would be over, no criticism to shoulder. I could just fucking exist without being praised for wearing my face. Bitch, ain't nothing brave about looking like this. I'm just a girl who's after a dream, and I'm crushing the scene. But it fuck with my head, cause I wanna be seen. I just wanna be loved, if I'll never be lean. But I'm fucking over forgiving the ones who offend, cause I know what they mean.
Alright. I'm sorry, I just had to finish out that song. That's my favorite. That girl got some bars. Can you hear me good? My mic sound nice. Check 1. So, you know me. I'm just going to start talking, whether anybody in here or not. Hi, Prime. I know you in here, though. And Nightbot. Well, anyway, what I want to talk about is Miss Gina Queen of Talk. I've noticed that she's been... her name's been like trending on the YouTube streets. Well, in this little bit sector. So apparently, because I didn't see the pictures or nothing, because she deleted some things within the past couple of days. So apparently, she put a post in her community wall saying that her son been in a car accident. And it looked like it was a car wreck or whatever like that. So she was on her way to the hospital. Now I'm going to play the interview. And I'm going to pause it and give my commentary on it. If that make any sense. She hopped in the Uber. She was asking people for money, $500. I don't know, she did some videos and then she deleted it because people had questions about the whole situation. Like, why would you think? She said she thought it was her other son, but it was another son. I don't know. I was so damn confused. guys. And I have nothing against Miss Gina. I have nothing against her. I've never been scammed by her. I've been watching Miss Gina for a while. Um, I did attend some of her, a few of her Cash App networking parties because I like networking streams, and I got a couple of dollars out of it. I had enough money to, buy some kitty litter for my little kittens. I need some help with my little kittens. But I've been in a few of her Cash App parties and stuff like that, and like I said, I'm not picking sides here. The only side I am on is my side. Okay, I'm on my side. And I listened to the interview about the whole situation. It was about a picture she showed. She made it seem like apparently she made it seem like her son was in a car wreck. Some people found out that her son wasn't in that accident. Um some people claim she was using a picture to get money. And I believe the person that wrote it was an article about the accident. It was a woman that got hurt. The person that wrote the article was contacted, and she claims someone sent her a picture in her text, but she don't know who the person is. How did they get her number? I don't know. This is just a confusing story to me. And I genuinely like Miss Gina. And since this incident, and since people have questions, people are going to have questions. You can't put things out here on social media and then turn around and say you can't judge me and you shouldn't say anything. Once you put anything out here, people are going to have questions. They're going to judge. They're going to have questions, especially if something just don't seem right. You know what I mean? And I listened to that interview, and it's like I had a headache, and I really have headaches. But I literally had a headache because I was trying to understand like what was going on. I said, okay, she's speaking. Maybe she's gonna break down instead of hearing things from this person and that person, hearsays, and maybe she could break down what was really going on. And that what she was saying just wasn't like making sense to me. It wasn't making sense to me. Like, how do you hop in an Uber and you don't have enough to go to another state, and you don't have enough money, and you got other, teenagers in the house? I don't know. That just don't make no sense to me. Maybe it just don't. But I'm gonna play the interview, and I'm gonna pause it and try to break down, and I'm just trying to break down some things. Now, she did say, cause like I said, I have nothing against her. I have nothing against her, but if it don't make sense, it don't make sense. Now, since then, some people unsubscribed to her. Some people came out and said when she was homeless, they gave her a lot of money, and some people even say they want their money back. It's just crazy. It's a crazy situation here. I'm gonna go on ahead and play the interview now. Wait a second. I'm gonna try to set. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Let me move this over here. Now, before I start, disclaimer. Fair use. Don't flat me. So this is for fair use. I'm going to keep that up there, and I'm going to play the interview. I'm going. It's the voice going to sound a little distorted, you know. So for this stream, but you could go and view the interview yourself here. I'm gonna leave the. I'm gonna put the link down. Um, I'm gonna put the link in the description. Not description box. Damn, the chat, and you can see the interview for yourself if you haven't seen it. But I've seen it, and I'm about to play it now. I'm gonna turn down my mic a little bit. Turn this up. Let's see. Okay. So you guys can hear.
On my Facebook channel as well. Maybe 15 to 20 minutes after that, I get a text. The text, there was a picture sent.
Hello to everybody. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm getting ready to do something really quickly. I'm glad to see you all on. I have Ms. Gina on with me. So give me a quick minute. I need to go on my YouTube channel really quickly. Gina on with me. So give me a quick minute. Okay. So I just did. And I only did this because Streamline kind of delays in how the camera goes. But I have Ms. Gina here. And first of all, I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank Ms. Gina Queen of Talk for being here. To let you all know that I told you all that I was not going to do anything or make any judgments or anything until I talked to Ms. Gina. And so I did. And I told Ms. Gina, well, you might need to kind of explain some things. And so Ms. Gina is here for you all today. And I know there are a lot of questions. So Ms. Gina, welcome. Ms. Gina, there have been a lot of speculations about the situation with the car accident. Some people say you were scamming, and there's a lot of things going on out there. So I don't want to put words in your mouth, Ms. Gina. I want you to kind of explain what went on, and then we'll ask questions. I'm looking at the room, and also we have the phone line, and I'll give the number out to the phone line. But Ms. Gina, go ahead and let us know what went on, what happened.
Okay, so some people, I'm not gonna say everybody, knew that I was celebrating my 3,000 subscribers. I did 2 videos that day. I did a YouTube video, and I went live on Facebook. Thank you guys. I went live on my Facebook channel as well. Maybe 15 to 20 minutes after that, I get a text. The text, there was a picture sent, and up under that, there was a message that said, your son's been in a car accident. You need to get to Indiana ASAP. I automatically thought it was my older son because he lives in Indiana. When I saw the picture of the mangled car, I freaked out. Literally, I freaked out. I'm like, oh my God, all I could think about was trying to get to my son. This was during school hours. So my other children, my younger children, were still in school. I'm a single mother. I don't have nobody to watch them. I don't have no one to pick them up from school. I don't have anyone to see about them. All I could think about is getting to my son and then trying to figure out how I'm going to get them or have someone sit with them. I immediately went online and I posted I had posted the picture first. I had posted the picture, and at the top of the picture, I wrote the statement that this pic had been sent to me. My son was in a car accident, and this picture had been sent to me. Well, no one read the top of the heading of the picture. Everyone just looked at the picture. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna get to my son. I called Uber, and then I went to wait outside because I couldn't even wait in the house. I didn't even want to wait in the house. I just wanted the car to pull up, and I wanted to jump in and go. Meanwhile, I went online and I explained to everyone that my son had been in a car accident. I got to go to Indiana immediately to go and see if he was okay. And I asked the Queendom for help. I asked them for support. I said, whatever you guys can do, if you guys can give me $500 like yesterday, it would great.
Hold up. So what she's saying is she got this text, and the first thing she thought was to go to Indiana, and that she got teenage children in their house. I think she got a pair of twins. She had twins and a young daughter. And she's trying to figure out who's going to watch them and get them off to school, whatever. And make any phone calls before jumping in a Uber. Maybe that's just me, but I would personally. Now let me just say this. Now, Miss Gina said she watched Tommy Sotomayor. So do I. I've been watching her for years. And we all know that Tommy is all about truth and logic. He's all about truth and logic. Um, we've all seen Tommy interviews, and you just can't tell him anything. He will let you talk, and he will pick apart what you say, especially if it doesn't make sense or he need clarity or we all need clarity. He will ask you explain or break down certain things that just don't seem right. Now, she said she freaked out, and the first thing she thought of was getting in the Uber, and she asked the queendom, she asked her supporters to give her $500. That just doesn't make sense to me. Why not just make phone calls? Why not like call the hospital to verify where he's at? She mentioned that he has a girlfriend. Why not contact the girlfriend first before just jumping in a car and getting on YouTube to ask people for money? That just don't make sense to me. If someone is in a car wreck and you think something terrible happened, I'm sorry, but that just don't sit well with me.
Greatly be appreciated, because when I looked at what the Uber bill was, I knew I barely had $60 when I called them. So my thing was, how am I going to get back to my other children? My son, who was in the accident, he's grown. He's grown, but I'm assuming at that time it's my older grown son. So while I'm in the Uber, the second text I get says, your son is at this hospital. Okay, I changed the address from going to my son's house, to his girlfriend's house, to going to the hospital. I get there, the son's name, who I think it is. They tell me we don't have anybody by that name. They said,
so wait a minute. So was she's saying that she thought it was one son. She's thinking it was one son. So why not call to verify what son it is? Like do you have their numbers? The phone numbers? You can't text, can't call. And like I said, I'm not taking sides and I'm not bashing. This is not a bash Miss Gina stream, but I'm just trying to, that just don't make no sense. So what you're telling the people is that your relationship with your sons may not be that, like the communication is not good between you and your sons to the point where you don't know which one is in an accident, to the point where you can't call. Okay, continue.
They said we don't have anyone by that name. They said, I said, well, I got a message saying my son was just brought in here. So he had to be, did you guys have anybody that was just brought in? Because I was told he was just brought in. Two nosy people or whoever, however you want to call them or whatever, that had been paying attention to what was going on, said two guys dropped this guy off. He looked like he was dead. And they dropped him off and they ran out. That might be your son. So I said to the nurse, I said, well, can I go back and see? Can I go? She said, no, I can't, allow you back there unless you give me a name. I just can't let any strange person, go back there. And then I said, well, and then someone else said, I think they said, I'm not giving out my son's name on here, but they said, I think he said such and such, such and such. I said, that is my son's name. I said, can I go back there and just take a look to see? The lady said, wait until there's an officer back there. Wait until the officer comes back out, or I'll go see. And then if he says it's okay for you to go back there, we'll let you go back there. The officer came out and spoke. He says, how can I help you? I said, I got a message saying that my son was here. The name that I gave them, they said that's not him. I said, but someone else told me a young man was brought in here. I just want to make sure or not if that's my son or not. So he says, can I see the message? I show him the message and I tell him, at first they told me to go to Indiana. And I said, the second message said to come to this hospital. And then he says, well, yeah, two individuals or whatever, repeated whatever it was that they had said. And he let me go back there. He said, well, come on, follow me. He let me go back there. When I went back there, I identified that was my son. The doctors came and everything, and they had said that he hit his head. Somehow they don't know if he hit his head on a window, if he hit his head on something, but whatever it was, he hit his head. He had a concussion. It knocked him out or whatever, that is. So I asked the cops, what happened? I said, what happened? Was he in a car? Was he in a van? What happened? I told them that the person that contacted me, I asked them, who are you? How do you know my son?
Okay, so she's saying that she verified a person that had a concussion and she verified that that was her son. So her son is at that hospital. So far from what I'm hearing, maybe I'm listening wrong, but so far from what I'm hearing, she saw the guy and identified him as her son, and now she's talking to the police or detectives. Okay.
Where is he at? Why was he with you? I'm asking, whatever questions that came to my mind. The person that never answered me back. So then the officer says, can I that message? He tells me, he says, well, whoever it was that brought your son here, you ought to be thankful that they had a heart to come and drop him off here at the hospital and not ditch him on the street anywhere. So when he looked at the pictures again, he says that that picture, he said, no, he said, do I know who sent them? Do I know that number? Do I recognize the number? And I told him, no, I didn't recognize the number. I don't know the person who sent them. I said, but it has to be someone that knows me and knows my son. And then he says, that picture of the car wreck that I saw, that wasn't today. And he said, that was an accident that happened yesterday. My question was, my son been here since yesterday? And the nurse said, no, ma'am, your son was brought in today. I said, so my son's accident was today. And she said, yeah. So then he says that we can't get any question. He said, we don't know if he, been in a car.
So that was the wrong picture then. That picture of the accident wasn't that day. It was from yesterday, but he been in the accident that same day she went to the hospital. Is that what I'm hearing? He's been in a separate accident, but so why would they send her that picture of an accident that happened yesterday? Saying, applying that her son was in that wreck. And who sent the picture?
A van or whatever. He said, we don't even know where it happened or if it happened, whatever, because they hadn't gotten any calls or anything that said a hit and run. So far, no one had reported anything. He said he wanted to talk to my son, but of course he could not talk to him because my son was still unconscious. So he says, when he, becomes conscious, then maybe we can have a conversation and try to figure out exactly what happened. The doctors told me that we don't even know if he would remember anything, if he's going to remember anything. So at that time, when all of this other stuff is going on, I'm getting emails from everybody else, which is telling me, Miss Gina, did you see what's going on? Do you know what's going on? They're saying that you lied about that pic, that you made that pic up and all this stuff. I said that the pic was sent to me. I never said that my son was in that specific car accident because I didn't know. All I know was I was sent the picture of a mangled car. They said get to Indiana immediately. I assumed that it was my older son, and I'm heading out to Indiana as quickly as I can.
So, Miss Gina, was it your oldest son?
No, it was not. I didn't, but I didn't know that until I got there. I didn't know that until I got there, that it was until I asked them, gave his name. When I gave my oldest son name and they said they didn't have anyone by that name, that is when I knew it was not him. And I said, but I just got a message, saying to get to Indiana. And then I said, they switched it while I was in my Uber and said to come to this hospital. And if it wasn't for whoever was being nosy to tell me that, yeah, two guys came in. They said one guy came in, got the wheelchair, ran out. Both of the guys put my son in the wheelchair and they dropped him off and said he'd been in an accident and gave his name and they ran out. Two black guys.
So, Miss Gina, there are a lot of questions. A lot of people are saying, how did they get the number? And now I will say this. Miss Gina is not going to give the city out because of the safety and the privacy of her son. But Miss Gina, people want to know, how did they, whoever they are, got the number? And some people want to know, what did the detectives tell you? And what did the nurses say?
It would be easy. It would be easy for them to get the number. One, they could have got it from my son's cell phone. Two, if it's someone that was close to my son and happened to know me, and they had to know me to know that I didn't live nowhere in Indiana or nowhere near that. So if it was someone that was maybe close to him or affiliated with him, then they would know me. I mean, I know if you're grown, you got children, do you not know your children's friends? Do they not know you? Do their parents or some of them? I mean, I have some of my children, my 17-year-old, I got his friend's number in my phone. They have my number in their phone.
So Miss Regina, was it a car accident? What was it? Because it sounds like it could be many things. Now, a lot of people are saying they were really... Okay, go ahead, Miss Gina.
It could be. I'm telling you what was told to me. Okay. For all I know, he could have got beat to death and they strolled him in a wheelchair and said he was in a car accident and then they ran out. The officer told me and the detectives told me that whoever it was that sent me the picture of that accident more than likely did not want my son to be affiliated with them. So they sent that to me to basically, I guess, to throw me off or to make me think that he was in that type of vehicle and not their vehicle. So I don't know if he was in a van, a truck, or whatever. I do know he was a passenger because my son's car is at his girlfriend's house. So whoever it was he was with picked him up.
So your son's car is at your girlfriend's house. So Miss Gina, is your son?
So I'm wondering, the same people that sent her that pic, did they send the girlfriend that same message? Did she get the same message that she received? The girlfriend actually lived in that state. Was the girlfriend at the hospital? Like, do the girlfriend know anything? Because she's saying that her son Carl was there at their home. Like, what do the girlfriend know? You would think the girlfriend, the person, the woman he's staying with, would get that message before her, and she's in another state. That make any sense? Like, you would think she would get the same message too. If they got his mother number, you wouldn't think they have like his house number, his girlfriend number. I'm just saying. I'm just
Still in the hospital now, and how is he doing? Have you monitored him? Is he in the hospital as we speak?
Yes, he is. My daughter-in-law is coming. I've been waiting for her since the kids got out of school. I've been waiting for her to come and pick me up to go back up there with me. But of course, she has children too, so she has to get her kids situated, and then she's coming to get me. And then I stay up there until like 4 or 5 o'clock because I have to come back home and see about my other children here and get them off to school.
Okay, so Miss Gina, this is a question. A lot of people felt that I was naive in believing you and that I was scammed, and also they believe that we were working in conjunction with each other. Miss Gina, rather. A lot of people just say your story's not adding up. It's not making sense. Make it make sense. What did you do with the money? Were you working with somebody? What is your response to that, Miss Gina?
My response to that, Brother Jay, is that let me tell you something. Anytime I've needed, you know when I was homeless and during that time, anytime it is that I need something, that I'm asking for somebody for something or something's going on, I ask directly. I don't have to make up anything just to get something. When I do the cash out parties and everything else that we do, we don't make no lot of money over here. I walk away with maybe $40, $50 or something like that. And half of it, I'm usually paying forward to someone else. The money that everybody sent me, which I am thankful for, I thank you, because without it, I wouldn't got home. It was barely $200, okay? That $200 went toward my Uber for.
That's true. It usually don't be a lot of people in the cash app parties. When she hosts the cash app parties, it don't be a lot of people in there.
Me to get to go see my son and to get back here to make sure that my children were okay and that they were off to school. That's where it went. If there was something that I need, like when I said I need to get a car, and I asked the queendom, I said, yes, I will, melanated. I will address, respectfully. Someone was asking me, will I address the $500? I will. That money, it went toward, for my Uber. But when I needed the car, I asked the queendom directly. I said, I don't want y'all to buy me a car. I said, if you guys can help me. They respected me because I asked for help. And then quite a few people kept saying, Gina, why can't you do a cash app fund and all this? Because everybody else is doing it. They were saying, Wiley got a car, got an apartment, and everything else. Why can't you do something?
I don't think anybody from YouTube would buy your car. I don't know. Well, then they did it for Wiley. They did do a GoFundMe, right, for Wiley to get him a car. So maybe that's what she meant. It's like YouTube
to help you get a vehicle. I said, I don't want anybody to buy it for me. I said, I tell you what, with the cash app or whatever, I will take whatever I'm giving, put half of it in my car fund, and the other half I will get to them. You asked the question about the $500. When I was outside, the reason I had said I need $500 like yesterday was because I knew $60 there, and when I realized it was going to cost me $60 and some change to get there, and then another $60-something to get back, that's over $100 right there, and I knew I was not going to have that to get back home. So all I was thinking was, my gosh, you know what? I'm going to need enough to get home, make sure I feed my children. I'm able to feed my children. Because
that remind me of those people that get on a bus and they don't have bus fare. They do that a lot in my city. You have people that get on the bus knowing they don't have bus fare and they hold up everybody and then they ask for bus fare. This situation remind me of that. It's like, how do you hop in a car and you don't have you don't know how you're gonna get to your destination and get back, and you lean up on YouTube? Because let me tell you something, and I'm gonna talk real briefly. When my brother was missing, when I found out my brother maybe I had a call from my niece. When I found out my brother maybe may have been passed away, I had to go to that morgue and identify his body. And maybe it's just me, I don't know, but YouTube was the furthest from my mind. I didn't have no desire to like do videos, get on live, um, asking for this, asking for that. No, I didn't want to be bothered. When I have a death in the family or anything like that, if I do, I might come on briefly and I get off. I don't know what this thing about just jumping on live. Every time something happens, jumping on live stream, asking for this, asking for that. It's like, um, there's no family or friends you could turn to besides turning to people on YouTube. I'm just saying that's sad to me that somebody, your child been in a serious accident, you find out they in the hospital, and the first thing you do is turn on YouTube. The first thing you do is do interviews. That's just weird to me. I wouldn't even want to be on social media if someone close to me is like, could be like, that's been in a horrible accident or died or had a near death experience or whatever like that. If I can't imagine just jumping on YouTube. I'm sorry, that's just weird to me. That's strange to me.
They're here by themselves, Brother Jay, okay? I can't let them cook or something, and I'm damn near 2 hours away. And then if something happens, now my children is being taken away from me. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm trying to make arrangements the best way I can. And I did not have the money to do so. That was the reason why I asked. Like I said, I'm upfront. If it's something that I need, I'm going to ask. And either people is going to help me or they're not. All they can say is yes or no. I've been on this for a minute, helping so many people and looking out for so many people that people is like, Miss Gina, you're always helping someone else. What is the big problem for you to ask for help to get a car, to ask for help to get a home, to ask for help for, whatever it is? I said, I don't know. You remember I told you, Roger, I said, if they going to talk about you, come on your platform and say something, tell them to put a color on it. Okay? So that's what I was doing. But they over here, like I'm getting a whole bunch of money, and like I'm doing this, we don't get a lot of money on there. Even the other people that I'm helping, they don't get a whole lot of money on here. But to them, it looks like it every time my screen lights up with colors or every time my Cash App rings, they assume I got a whole lot of money. Just like they assumed when you asked people to help me, when the Queen asked to help me, that I got a whole bunch of money. I did not. It was $200.
And coming into that, Miss Gina, I'm going to tell you, I was really feeling some kind of way because with me, when somebody needs help, they need help. I come from the school where, when people need help, you help them. And so I didn't think twice because I'm like, well, if your son is hurt or something is going on, to give. But after all of these things came on and people were talking, I did feel some kind of way. But the only thing that I was saying, Miss Gina, was I need to talk to Miss Gina and I need to find out what's going on because I've heard a lot of what other people were saying. I needed to hear you. I pray your son comes out of it. I pray that he comes through it.
Now, there's a difference between people that actually really, really need help and then people who take advantage. I'm just saying.
I am happy that you said that you used that money to get yourself back home because I was really concerned about it. People are still skeptical, Miss Gina, and I'm telling you, it kind of shook me and threw me for a loop. And some people still have an issue with it. They are like, well, now I will say this in Miss Gina's behalf. Miss Gina has been doxxed a couple of times. Miss Gina said her son is in the hospital. Now, Miss Gina, why can't you tell people where your son is or about the situation? Because I asked you what hospital, what address, what did the detective say? And what was your answer to me, Miss Gina?
And my answer to you was, I am not giving that information out. I have to protect my son and my other children. When I was doxxed and I was homeless, do you think they cared about my younger children? I didn't even have no grown children with me. I had babies. My baby is 12 years old.
I do agree with that. She doesn't have to disclose that information, but then again, she didn't have to bring this onto YouTube. It was nobody's business. She could have waited, like, say if she got the picture and she was frantic and she tried to get over there. She could have waited until she could have confirmed everything and she know exactly what's going on, the state that her son is in, to then come on YouTube and say what happened. Instead of jumping on and off YouTube. Oh, I need help for this. That I need to get here. I'm gonna get stranded. I need more money to get back home. And I'm sorry, but YouTube is not a bank. It's not people give from their help because they genuinely want to give, but you're treating it like a bank. like just like the food pantries and stuff. It's ridiculous. And I'm not bashing. It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy.
Okay, do you think that those folks cared about me putting a roof over my children's head? They didn't care. Not only did they not care that I was and that I lost an apartment and everything else, they were making threats to call DCFS on me. They're literally, people from the queendom were saying, Miss Gina, don't show the hotel that you're at. Wait till you get inside your room, because folks are making all kinds. Somebody that was close to me. Do y'all remember Coda, aka Miss Mullins? She was close to me. This lady knew things about.
Because at the end of the day, we all don't know each other like that. We don't. Quit putting everything out here. Period.
Situation, because a lot of people are like, well, Mrs. Gina,
it relates a lot, because if somebody that was close to me at that time would do that against me and my children, ain't no telling what these devils would do right now about my son.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't trust anybody. The only people that I need to let know what is going on and give information that was given to me about my son is the police and the detectives in the hospital. I don't have to prove that or anything else to nobody, because I did that before several times. And what do? As they always do, go use it against you to try to tear you down. How many times have we seen this? We saw this done to Rita. We saw this done to Sweet Ma. Sweet Ma got off her channel after busting her ass, proving, putting insurance papers out, putting all kind of papers from social workers and everything else to prove to these people that she was telling the truth when she asked for help. And they still was calling her a lie, calling her a scammer, doxing her, and all this stuff. And this woman, only thing she wanted was to get some medical help for her son. So do you think that I'm going to try to prove something to them and give out my son's information? Period. Hell no, I'm not going to do it. They can say whatever they want and they can think whatever.
And I agree with that. She shouldn't. She shouldn't have to do that. But then again, at the same time, stop putting your business out here. Because people going to have questions. They're going to want to see proof of this and see that. When you ask for help, especially money, large sums of money, people are going to have questions. And I'm going to get to another situation that happened years ago. It's different scenarios, but it's similar. Okay? I'm going to get to that after this.
Whatever they want, but I am not giving out any information on my child.
So, Miss Gina, I want you to be very clear, and I'm not forcing you to do anything. Gina, did we talk? Did I plan and collude with you to do this Cash App party, or even this situation with this hospital? And I'm only
no, you did not.
Okay, go ahead, Ms.
No, you did not. No, you did not. When you decided to do the Cash App party, I just happened to drop in. I dropped in on the tail end, and you was joking around, and you was talking about, somebody using the Cash App party to buy furniture and do all this and everything else. And you said, drop y'all Cash App. And I dropped mine, and you said, "Ooh, Miss Gina, the first one," and it was a joke. And I thought that it was a joke. And you said you really was joking and tell everybody to start dropping their Cash Apps. And it just so happens to be to turn into a party. The people that came in, even QB said, "Miss Gina, did you get this started?" And I said, "No, I created the Cash App. I said, but no, I didn't start this party on here." And I was telling everybody that. No, that was just something that just happened to be.
Okay, and let me say this about this here. Miss Gina came on because I am not biased. Miss Gina has a right to tell her side of the story. I'm not here to judge Miss Gina. I'm here to let Miss Gina tell her story. So I see some of these comments, and Miss Gina has a right to be here. This is my platform, and I am not a rude individual. I asked the questions. Now, Miss Gina said that her son is still in the hospital. She said that the privacy issue is something as well. Miss Gina also said that she never said that car was her son. It was sent to her. And I just want to be clear.
And I said that from the beginning.
I want to say this too. I'm not trying to debunk anybody. I have a respect for Phi Babe, but Gina trusted me to come on here to tell her side of the story. So I'm not trying to debunk anything.
Can I say something? Can I say something about that video about that Phi Babe did?
Well, you can. But before you say this, though, I want to be very clear that the views of Miss Gina are hers. I'm just asking the questions.
Now they're talking about when Phi Babe called the person that wrote the article about the accident and about the picture situation. She's talking about that, but we'll get to that in a moment.
Also, you all will have a chance to call in, and I will give you that chance. So, Miss Gina, go ahead.
What I want to say about that that Phi Babe did, she says that she called them and they told her my son wasn't in that car accident and all that stuff. I never said my son was in that car. I stated that someone sent me the pic and said I needed to get to Indiana ASAP. I assumed that was the car that he was in because the person sent the picture to make me think that. Now, Babe could have called me, texted me, or emailed me, just like Brother Jay did, and I would have explained all of that to her. Because just like her and everybody else, it went over their head to read the top of the post. Nobody seemed to read the top of the picture. Everybody just looked at the damn picture and they just ran with it in all different types of directions. I never said for not a second that my son was in that car accident. I stated that this pic was sent to me, and I said my son was in a car accident. Y'all, I gotta go. I gotta get to Indiana. That was the reason why I mentioned Indiana, because the person that sent it told me to go there until I got in the Uber and they said, you need to go to this hospital. Well, he's at this hospital.
If you use that picture and when you said my son was in an accident, I gotta go, of course people gonna automatically assume, oh my God, he's in a car wreck. This is serious. Oh my God, they're gonna hit panic mode. So of course they're gonna naturally assume, oh, her son was in that wreck. Come to find out he wasn't in that accident. It was another accident. Why even post the picture if you don't know for sure? Why even post it in the first place?
And then I went there. Everybody else took it upon themselves. Other people that did videos were saying that I placed my son in that car. First of all, how is it? I didn't even know which son was in the hospital until I got there. That's the first thing. Second of all, I don't even know if my son was in a car, a van, a truck, a SUV, or a plane. I don't know what he was in. Right. And he could have got beaten up. I don't know. All I know is that the hospital said.
Okay, Miss Gina, we have a call. So Miss Gina, hold on for a minute. Can you hear me? Miss Gina, we have a call. Hold on for a minute. Caller, you're on. Who's calling?
Hey, Jay Wilson, this is my babe.
Oh, hey, Fly Babe, what's going on?
Here's the thing, Jay Wilson. I'm listening to your interview, and from what I can hear, Miss Gina is trying to say that we're all the dummies, basically. She's basically saying that the photo that she posted is not her son, but she posted a picture as if it was her son. So either she's lying or she was misleading, which is the same damn thing. And I really take
Hold on, Miss Gina, hold on. Let us let you talk. Go ahead, Fly Babe.
I really take offense with Miss Gina coming on here, running around in circles, and 90% of what she has to say has to do with YouTube, and only 10% about her son. When if it was me, I would be at the hospital with my son. She basically just proved that my commentary was accurate, and she lied on her own.
I just said that, like, if something like that was to happen, YouTube would be the least from my mind. I won't be on YouTube going live, doing interviews. That would be the least on your mind. You be making phone calls. Find out what's going on. I'm not finna jump in no car knowing I ain't got no money to get to and from and worry about getting stranded or don't know where I'm going. She got a point there.
Community page. That's number one. Number two, she could set everybody up with receipts. Where are the receipts? Where's the receipt to the Uber driver? Where's the receipt to your son in the hospital bed? Where are your receipts? Where's the receipt that some random person sent that picture to you? And the story does not add up, Jay Wilson. And I just have to come on here because I cannot believe my ears. I am happy I unmodded her because
okay. Well, Fly Babe, before you go there, let Miss Gina respond to what you say. I want to keep it respectable. You still with me, Fly Babe?
Yes, I will definitely be respectful.
So Regina, you heard Fly Babe. So what is your response, Fly Babe, Gina?
First of all, I said that that pic was sent to me. I assumed that my son was in that car, and I didn't know that he was not until I got into the house.
So you believe anything somebody tell you? You believe anything somebody tell or send you without confirming it by making phone calls and talking to the right people? Why not call the hospital? Why not call the girlfriend first? Because that would be my first thought. Call the son, because she thought it was one son. Come to find out it was another son. Which let everybody else know that y'all don't really communicate like that. Your communication is not there. Why the first thing you think about is jumping in the Uber and getting on YouTube live? It's not adding up. I'm sorry. Now, I've been through, experienced tragedies and things like that. I've experienced that. And getting online will be least from my mind. Trust.
only reason why that was. Second of all,
let her respond. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you come back. Go ahead, Miss Gina. Go ahead.
Second of all, after what happened to me and after my family and everybody being doxxed, I don't have to post a receipt, a hospital bill, or anything to prove anything to her or to anybody else. I did this interview. I came on here because me and you had a conversation, and you said, Gina, just go on there, talk, tell your truth, tell whatever it is that you need to tell, give the people something. I'm giving them what I want to give them. I don't give a damn about her, and I don't give a damn about nobody else. The only people that I need to prove something to or to let them know what was going on is the cop and the detectives that I'm talking to. And they even said to me, don't answer any more texts or anything. And anybody.
What about the people you asked for $500 for the Uber? Like, at least show the Uber bill. What about the people who gave you money so you could get to and from, so you won't be stranded? Since you blindly ran out the house and don't know where you're going. That doesn't make sense to us. I'm sorry. Truth and logic. It's not logical.
That's remotely close to my son or me or whoever. I have other children that is on here that watches this. I don't know who to trust. So screw what she's saying. I'm not putting nothing out there. I don't have to prove nothing to her, and I don't have to prove anything to anybody else.
So, Miss Gina, question though: if this blows over, and if they find these people, at some point in time, would you, say this was the hospital that he stayed in? I'm not saying right now, but if that were to happen, because I do understand the privacy.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't, because that's still putting my son's information out there. And I'm not going to do it. He wouldn't want me to do it. My son is over 21. I would not put his information out there. He'd be like, who the hell is these people that you got?
She doesn't have to do
Okay.
that.
All right. So, Babe. Yes, Babe. Miss Gina.
Let me just say this really quickly. I find it very interesting that she says her son was unconscious but was in a wheelchair. And anybody I know unconscious in a wheelchair won't fall over. That's number one. Number two, Jay Wilson.
Did I not say two? Did I not say two individuals? I said they said two individuals came in a wheelchair, and I said two individuals brought him in. I don't know if they rolled him in, carried him in, or whatever. I was not there. I'm stating what was told to me when I got to the hospital. No matter how she wants to spin it, you're not going to spin it to get points for you. Just like when they was coming at you about that goddamn GoFundMe money, saying you ran over and took a trip with it and all this kind of stuff and everything else like that. You could have talked to me. You said that, Miss Gina, if anything ever goes down between us, you said that we would discuss it offline. I told you, I said always, I would never take anybody else's word over yours without talking to you first.
Okay. So, Miss Gina,
you could have contacted me and talked to me offline, and I could have answered your question, Babe.
So, Miss Gina.
Now, she's talking about how Fabe had a GoFundMe to raise money for a lawyer, for a situation that was going on YouTube, and people were saying she was scamming because she never got no lawyer or whatever like that. My thing is this, because that happened, I guess, months ago. If that's the case and you really felt that way, you were still modding for her. You were still supporting Fabe. You were still going her lives. You were still shouting her out. So if you felt as though she was a scammer, why even be involved with her? Now that she's like, okay, Miss Gina, this story doesn't add up. It's not making sense to me. So I don't know. I don't trust you anymore. Now it's like, oh, well, you was a scammer too. Felt that way all this time. Why even bother with it? I'm just saying.
So, Miss Gina, let Fabe respond. I want you all to come, bring it on down, because the interview is really going well, but I just want y'all to bring it down. But I got you, Miss Gina. So Miss Gina was saying, Fabe, and I'm going to let you speak, that she was not at the hospital. This is what she was told by the nurses and the people who were at the hospital. So Miss Gina didn't know anything until she got to the hospital. Is that correct, Miss Gina? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Anybody about hearsay.
So Miss Gina, hold on, Miss Gina.
And I still never put anybody's word but hers.
Miss Gina, though, is that correct? I just want to make sure I'm not putting words in your mouth. You didn't know anything until you got to the hospital.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. Let me say this again. I even had the wrong son. Do you understand what I'm saying? The whole time I'm worried about one son, thinking that it was him, and it was not. It was a different son.
Okay.
I didn't know the truth, and I didn't know anything about anything until.
So why not just call the son? Why not just call your sons? You don't talk? Because that's what you're telling us. Y'all don't speak.
I got to the hospital.
Okay, so Miss Gina, let me let Fabe respond. Everybody take a breather, and then after that, Miss Gina, I'm gonna let you respond. You all I'm trying to do is be fair here. I'm not trying to show impartiality, but we gotta be fair. So Fabe, go ahead and respond.
My daughter-in-law is about to be pulling up in a few.
You know, they will. Miss Gina is doing a lot of hollering.
We understand.
I am in my feelings, and when I get in my feelings, I do get loud. That's just how I am. My feelings get out automatically anyway. When I get emotional and I get in my feelings, I just get loud. That's just how it is.
Miss Gina, take a deep breath. Fine, just say what you have to say, babe. Just say what you have to say, because the other stuff may inflame that.
Yes, this is what I want to say. If I get a text of a picture that my child is in a car accident, number one, I'm going to call the number, okay? I'm not just going to jump in over a text message from a number I don't recognize. Number two, I just want to say this.
I said to the person, who are you? Where is he at? What's going on? How did you get my number? So you can't speak for me. You can't question what I would question about my children.
Okay. So
what you might do in your state of mind, is totally different than what I would do.
Miss Gina,
so you can't put on me what I would do because that's something that you might do.
Okay, so ladies, hold on. So I got you. We got you. So Miss Gina, go ahead, write it down, Miss Gina. I understand, Miss Gina.
Yes, but you put your business out here. You put your business out here to like critique what you're saying. She said, well, you know, that doesn't really make no sense. And we're talking, I mean, we're adults. We're adults. You just don't just blindly do things. You got to think things through. Okay, this happened. Let me call. Then I didn't hear, unless somebody, maybe I'm hearing wrong. I didn't hear her say she called the number back or contact the number back and asked who are you. But she just left that out. So she have a right to her opinion about what you're putting out here in the YouTube, and we're all part of the YouTube community, so we got concerns here. You put your business out here. I'm sorry, when you put your business, you don't want nobody in your business. You don't want nobody to judge. Stop putting your business out here. Period.
His daughter-in-law is going to be coming to pick her up in a few minutes. So, Fi, be brief. Go ahead and finish. Miss Gina, let her finish up because I want to hear what she says, and I'll let you respond. Go ahead, Fi. I'm sorry.
I just want to say this last thing to Miss Gina, if I could get it out, because she's doing a lot of hollering. If Miss Gina is not going to provide receipts, and if Miss Gina feels like the people that donated to her don't deserve receipts, and if Miss Gina has admitted that those pictures that she posted were not of her son, but people gave money because they thought those pictures were of her son, she needs to give every single penny back. She already has.
No, I don't know what you're talking about because I never stated that was my son. I stated that the picture was sent to me. That's what you're not getting. Everybody else did not read the top. Very few people read that. Some people read it and some people didn't. The folks that read it, they got it understood and they said, oh, Miss Gina, you did say it was sent to you. I get it now. Those that did not read the top of it, all they did was took the pic itself and ran with it. So how about you give back that GoFundMe money that they said you took and didn't post receipts about? Don't tell me what the hell it is that I need to do. They still wait for receipts from the GoFundMe that they did. So don't try to tell me what it is that I need to do.
Everybody thinks he's a liar and a scammer. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, they will.
All right.
Yeah, just like you. If I'm a liar and a scammer, you are too.
This is the thing, and like I said, you all, there are a lot of things going on. I can understand the privacy issue. If Miss Gina is working with the detective,
I gotta go.
Okay, all right, Miss Gina, you understand? Miss Gina, we'll be
Thank you, Brother Jay. I appreciate you.
fun, and please keep us up to date.
Okay, so that's basically the end of the interview right there. That's the end of it. Wow, as you can hear, it got really heated towards the end. It got heated. Now, this situation remind me, and it just came to me today about a situation that happened years ago. I told you I've been on YouTube a long time. The situation that happened years ago with a lady named, a YouTuber by the name of Hair, Nails, and Beauty Tips. She go by Miss Rosa now. She came and she deleted her videos, but somebody on YouTube got it. And Wrinkle for Life brought it to my attention because I watched him too. Shout out to him. I think he go by another name now, but he still got his Wrinkle for Life channel. He is like the king of receipts. And I'm talking about way back then. Way back then in the early times of YouTube. Because all that, you know, screenshotting and this and that, showing receipts. Oh, he was the king of receipts on here. I learned from the best. I'm just going to say that. But Hair, Nails, and Beauty Tips came on video. They didn't have live streams and stuff back then on YouTube. You just did a video, upload it, whatever. And cried and cried and cried and asked people to help her fund the money for her son's lawyer or whatever. Her son was in some legal trouble, and I guess the public defender wasn't helping. She wanted to get a lawyer and blah 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 blah. So Ringo had questions, like, because the case wasn't making no sense, and people actually donated to her. And when stuff wasn't adding up, she did the same thing. I ain't gotta explain that to you. I ain't gotta do this. She did the same thing. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna actually show you guys. Shout out to Neo196. I don't think he do videos anymore. I don't know. I don't think he do videos anymore. But shout out to Neo156. Cause he still have the videos. So I'm going to show again, fair use. Just give me a moment. Go to the browser. Okay. I'm not gonna screen share this one. I'm just gonna. She deleted her videos from her channel. She was uploading videos and deleting them and going off on people that had questions about the case and about what she was saying. And till this day, she does not mention that son. She don't mention that son at all.
For help.
Let me move that. Where I got it? I gotta put colors on it. Hold on, give me a moment. Let me remove this for you. Fair use. Oh, here it is. Go by Miss Rosa. That's the name of the video. That's the channel. If you want to go over to his channel and subscribe or whatever. And this was look at the year. This was back in 2010. Back in 2010. This is going on. Similar situations to me. But I'm going to let you guys hear. Let me blow this up.
I'm asking. That's all I know to do. I don't know what else to do. I know the whole world's gonna see this, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm hoping and putting that blessed hope in my Heavenly Father to bring me through, but I don't know what else to do, and I'm coming out here asking. So I set up a PayPal on my channel down below here. And I guess it's on this side. And whatever donation. But I know I at least got to have 5,500 to finish the payment. And then I'm done. And then and it's left to the Lord. I done my part. The Lord wants us to do things too, you know. So I done my part. I'm not just going to say, okay, Lord, you do it. You know, but he wants us to, you know, do something too. I don't want to just sit. I just want, my son is innocent until proven guilty according to the laws of the land. I'm sorry, you guys. I just need to get it to, you know, I just need my friends, y'all, or my family. I don't have anybody else. I don't have anybody else but my husband and the rest of my children and you guys. And so I'm just asking, please help me. Please help me in the name of Jesus. Please help me.
Okay. That's one part. Now, she deleted that and when people had questions, they needed more questions and clarity of the case and what she needed help
for help.
That's part 1. Let me upload part 2. It's called 2 Sides of Rosa, aka Hair, Nails, and Beauty Tips. Let me copy and share this link. Click the like, guys. Click the like. Or if you don't like, that's part 2.
Then, so be it. I'm not going to make you. It's not going to break me. Because guess what?
Watch her whole tone gonna change when people had questions. Fair use, fair use.
YouTube account known as Hair Nail Beauty Tips. I was very moved when I saw one of her videos regarding her son that is currently in jail, and she needs to raise $5,000 for a new lawyer. I would like to give you an advice, my dear sister. We would like to know, what was your son accused of? I know that it took a lot of boldness to let everyone know your situation, and I sympathized with you. But it is always good to be open in details about this situation, so people can openly give without hesitation. And I am also willing to donate for this cause. So my dear sister, I look forward to hearing your video in the few hours or few days. Shalom. May Yahuwah bless you. May He make His face shine upon you and give you peace. Shalom.
Hi, you guys. I'm here because I need to give you an update and let you know what's going on. And before I go into that, I want to address something to the young man that left me a video. I didn't upload that video that you sent me because I didn't feel that other people probably saw it. I'm not really concerned. I'm thinking about my family, okay? I'm thinking about my son, all right? Because I'm sure if you was in my shoe, you'd go through the same thing. You can't say you wouldn't. You know why? Because I'm in it, and I'm going to tell you would if you have any children, okay? So let me just say this. You had asked me, you said we want to know. Who is we? Do you have these list of people? Are you speaking for yourself? Or you just want to know to gossip? First of all, I'm not at liberty to tell an open case because I'm not going to be accused of perjury under the courts, the land. See, I know enough about the law to keep myself out of trouble. Did you hear me? So I'm just saying, my brother, if you want to give, you give. If you can't give, then so be it. I'm not going to make you. It's not going to break me. Because guess what? When all said is and done, the Heavenly Father is going to have my back if I'm doing His will. And that's the main thing. So my question is, where is y'all's faith? The ones you said we, since you're speaking for other people. You said we. Now, there's people out here that has given, and I truly appreciate it. And not only that, they're going on faith in the Heavenly Father that they have done the right thing. But guess what? Rest assured, I'm not going to come on here boldly and do what I do or say what I said about my situation to jeopardize my son. What kind of fool would do that? Someone who don't love the Lord. I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world. I don't want to have nothing to do with the world that just want to do whatever they want to do out there. See, I am a child of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Did you hear me? And Yeshua died for my sin. And the set-apart spirit is here on this earth doing the work. So when I did my video yesterday, I was right on point. Case in point. You want to know why, my brother? Now, I'm not going to knock. I'm going to say this. I'm not knocking any public defenders, but I'm just going to say this. This one that we have ain't right. Did you hear me? This individual is trying to push from Tuesday to Wednesday now. My point. So I had set up a PayPal account and asking for donations. And I'm just saying, I'm just asking, I have to come up by Tuesday because that's when he goes for a bond hearing. My son told me this. Did you hear what I said? It has its benefit and it has its negative. And let me tell you why. It has its benefit because it buys me time to get enough money. And if I don't get it, then so be it. I'm not going to be worrying about that. But the negative part is that my son has to stay in there. My son's right has been violated under the civil law. My son is supposed to have a bond hearing 24 hours. He's already been in there 2 weeks. Did you hear what I said? He's already been there 2 weeks. Why is she pushing him? Not only that, he should be first. Because everything is in alphabetical order. So why are you trying to take from morning and push it all the way to 3 o'clock? Because you said you don't want to deal with a lot of people in the courtroom because it might distract the judge. What kind of nonsense is that? Baby, do your job. Do your job. Why are you worrying about the judge? The judge is going to do his job itself. So I knew I was right. And I'm not going to have her represent my son. So to give me enough time through the holidays while the former one comes back on Tuesday so I can go to him and present to him what money I have so that he can take my son's case and fire the other one. See, ain't God good? Ain't my Lord good? Let me tell you something. I know what I'm talking about because I talk to my Heavenly Father. I don't need nobody to tell me what they believe, what they don't believe, sitting back counting, calculating to see how much money. I don't need that. I don't want your blood money. If you feel that it's coming your way in a negative way, keep your money. Please help me. Please help me in the name of Jesus. Please help me. That I don't want your blood money. If you feel that it's coming your way in a negative way, keep your money. Please help me. Please help me in the name of Jesus. Please help me. Keep all your money. For those who are going to band with me, it's going to stay with me. And in prayer, if that's all they got, baby, I'll suck it up like a sponge. Because I need them prayers. Did you hear me? I'm satisfied with that. And for those who want to give because they want to give, then so be it. God is going to look after his children. But he's not interested in those who just want to just toy around with other people's feelings and ask questions and want to know everything. I'm going to stand on my Heavenly Father. So for those of you out there who's going to band with Rosa, band with me. Because I'm real. I ain't got time to be playing. My life itself could be at stake. Did you understand? My son and everybody else in here. So to answer your question, I'm not at liberty to tell you anything. So if you want to give, give. If you don't, so be it. You know? So I'm going to go about my Father's business. I'm going to still pray for you, my brother. And check yourself, because if you say you're a Christian people should be acting that way. See, I don't go around telling people I'm a Christian. I want them to see my character. Ye shall know them by their fruit. By their fruit ye shall know them. And I'm going to take that all the way to the bank. Praying, I'm asking you guys to help me. Take that all the way to the bank. Praying, I'm asking you guys to help me. Take that all the way to the bank. God bless.
Filthy man. Straight to the bank with this.
So Pete, I'm not gonna make you. It's not gonna.
That's about it, guys. This situation going on now with Miss Gina, it remind me of that particular situation with hair, nails, and beauty tips. It just came to mind. It's popped in my head because I was there for that too. I saw that situation unfold too. And to this day, she never really gave an update about what's going on. She don't even talk about that son anymore. She don't. Not that I know. She do not talk to this day. She don't went on. After that, child, they don't bought a new house and moved from that house, and I think she in another home. It's crazy. She don't mention it. She don't mention nothing about the money. Nothing. You don't hear anything about that. So this situation kind of like threw me back to that situation right there. And you see how she changed up. And that brother, that guy had some logical questions. You know, he asked some decent questions that people should, would like to know. I mean, you put your business out here, people gonna have questions when there's things that, they're gonna need some clarity on what's going on, you know. But anyway, some people they give and they don't ask. They've been taught to give and don't ask questions, and that's okay if that's how you want to do things. At the end of the day, people could do what they want to do with their money. But at the same time, if people have questions, they have the right to ask specific questions that you don't put out here in the atmosphere. Especially when you put your business out here. People have questions. But anyway, that's all I got to say. I do have a GoFundMe now for the kittens and the cats. Let me show you guys. I'm gonna have to do a screen share. Hold on just a minute. I do have a GoFundMe. The link is in the chat, and I will put the link in the description box. Here we go. And I post some other stuff here, like videos of the kittens. They go Tiger and Larissa. Tiger is not the father. She was already pregnant when she came in. That was the day they were born. There you go. They're getting big. I need to get another kennel cage because we haven't found anybody to adopt them yet. So we're trying to get them all. I gotta make the appointment next week to go to the vet because they don't have anything available till November. There's a place that's willing to, for less price. I was trying to see if I could get a discount or something, but anyway, there you go. And I'm about to end the stream. I said what I had to say. Like I said, I'm not here to bash Miss Gina, but if things not adding up, I'm gonna have some questions. There's some questions that's, I need clarity about certain things, or you don't have to explain yourself to nobody. But then again, you don't have to put your business out here on YouTube and jump on YouTube every time something happened in your life. But anyway, that's all I got to say. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and check all the information in the description box. I'll see you guys later. I got some stuff to do. And Prime, I think I'm going to be on Twitch later on. So, yeah, I'm definitely probably in another hour or so. I'm going to do some gaming. But anyway, bye now. Let me put the outro in.
I'm tired of thinking so much. Lately, that's why I've been drinking so much. Been facing my demons for months. Now they just chill with me, die on this hill with me. Maybe if I can become what the world really wants, then I'll get a break. Guess in the meantime, I focus on me time and try not to dwell on how much that it takes. So let all the bullshit roll out for me, hoping the world can just stop for me. Give me a second. I'm fucking tired of taking the everyday pain and contorting it into a lesson. When I'm audacious enough to just say what I want, now I'm too busy blocking my blessings. The standards are doubled and triple, quadruple, but somehow I'm crazy for sitting and stressing. Wow, guess I'm a brat. Guess I'm a self-hating bitch cause I love being rich but don't wanna be fat. Fuck a description, I'm too busy wishing on stars like I wanna be that. A regular woman who walked through the world with no weight on the back. No pun intended, hell yes I'm offended. My body don't do shit but rap. I'm not a token, a hero, fuck that. Bitch, I'm just breathing. Lately I think for a reason. Also I finally get why the leaves are all dead in this life that's in dark for a season. Even the world need a rest. Even the world get depressed. It's not really nothing but rain in the cold, but we dancing it like it's the best. Give me the answer, this feel like a test. Not for real, I don't know. So many places I wanna go. So many people I wanna meet. I'm in my apartment, not trying to eat. I just wanna walk on the fucking street without thinking about how much I weigh. I mean, just for a day, love the ground is up under me. Listen, I get it, my size is embedded in everything that I produce for you niggas. None of y'all know me, I'm not fucking homies. I'm tempted to just let it loose on you niggas. Not an election, so start the projections. No vote, I just rap in the booth for you niggas and get on my phone and start feeling alone. I got issues and that is the truth for you niggas. Exclusive for niggas, I ain't in the business of coding my trauma and sugar. Everyone says if I look like a 10 and my problems were ending, yeah, maybe they would've. They would be over, no criticism to shoulder. I could just fucking exist without being praised for wearing my face. Bitch, ain't nothing brave about looking like this. I'm just a girl who's after a dream, and I'm crushing the scene. But it fuck with my head, cause I wanna be seen. I just wanna be loved, if I'll never be lean. But I'm fucking over forgiving the ones who offend, cause I know what they mean.